Alright, yo, welcome to the Slowpoke World, and we're back today with some more Vivid Voltage early deck profiles, and here's one for Zarude, Rillaboom VMAX. Zarude's one of those interesting Pokemon which throws back to Mega Sceptile from back in the day, and I think it actually pairs ridiculously well with Rillaboom VMAX. Let's have a look. Right, so let's have a look at our main attacker then, shall we? So just in case you don't know what Rillaboom VMAX does, it's a VMAX Pokemon, 330 HP. We have nice and close. There we go. So VMAX Pokemon with 330 HP, 2 attacks. You got Scratch, 1 for 50. And it's not really the greatest of attacks, but what it does do is help bring in other VMAXs into range, I guess. If you're not drawing very well, at least you have a 1 energy attack. 1 energy attacks are never a bad thing to have. Then you got max beating, the scary Rillaboom with the max beating attack, which does exactly what it says in the tin, really. It does beat up on your opponent. For 3 grass, 1 colorless, you do 130 damage with a plus sign. And we know that plus sign means there's going to be something good coming afterwards, hopefully. You may discard up to 3 grass energies from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 50 for each one you discarded. So you can do up to 280. We know that 280 is a very good number in regards to one-shotting ADP and other tag teams, pretty much all tag teams in fairness, and 2-shotting everything else, 1-shotting everything else, but that isn't a VMAX basically. So you're probably thinking, Shay, this is a VMAX Pokemon that does 2 shots of other VMAXs and 1 shots of other tag teams. Well, a lot of other VMAXs don't even one-shot all of tag teams, to be fair, but this just falls, this is very similar to other VMAXs. Why should I play this over Eternatus? Good question. I'll get there. So we play a 3-3 line of that. The Rillaboom V I don't think is very... oh, no, it actually... Forest Feast is actually a decent attack. Search your deck for 2 basic grass types and put them onto your bench. Shuffle your deck. Now, to be fair, because we're Eggrow injured, we really don't want to be using this at all. We want to be using Eggrow, but it's not a bad attack. And you got Woodhammer 3 for 240, 220 I should say. Not too bad, It's as evolving V's go, it's actually not too bad. There we go. So then we've got 2 Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor GX. And this is obviously to spoil alert out our Rillaboom Stage 2. Because obviously for 0 energy, we've got Super Growth. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this, that evolves from one of your grass types. Put it on and evolve it. If that Pokemon is a Stage 1, you can search your deck for a Stage 2. So basically, you start off with a Rowlet. Bad example. But yeah, no, it's good. You start off with a Rowlet. You can use Super Growth. It will go to the Stage 1, which is... Dartrix, got there, but then you can keep on going and get the Decidueye out. That's how it goes. So gets around evolution rules. So if we're going second, which we choose to do, and we have Grookey on the bench, we can use Super Growth and have our Rillaboom Stage 2 ready to go. Carving Hurricane is actually not a bad little attack as well. 150 for free. And you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, which can heal you out of some 2 shots, to be fair. Not a bad attack, 2 shots, a lot of things. And then Tropical Hour is not a bad GX attack at all. For 3 grass energy, you do 200. If you have another 3 attached, you can shuffle all energy from your opponent's Pokemon back into the deck. And that is back-breaking for a lot of decks on its own. Like that alone, a well-timed Tropical Hour will win you game. Like imagine a Eternatus, if they've got that standard, 2 energies on the active, 1 energy on the bench Eternatus, you bash out a Tropical Hour GX, and they're not attacking next turn. So, it's not a bad GX attack at all. So this is what we're going to be using our Super Growth for. Our Rillaboom, obviously with a really good voltage beat ability. Reminds me of Vikavolt from back in the day. Watching your turn, you may search your deck for 2 grass energies, and attach them to one of your Pokemon. Really nice. So now you can see the synergy with Rillaboom and then the Rillaboom VMAX, max beating. You discard the energies, Rillaboom, you can re-accelerate them all before you attack again. Really cool synergy. Obviously with Rowegg, we can just bang this out in 1 turn. That's the idea. If you ever get 2 out, that's ridiculous. But then here's some of the new additions. 2 of the Zarude V. And let me tell you why this Zarude V, because this deck will work perfectly fine without Zarude V, but Zarude V gives you an extra bit of naughtiness, which is why I think it's actually going to be a really good deck. Zarude V, basic Pokemon, 210 HP, 2 attacks, bind down for 2 colors, you do 50 damage. Your opponent's active can't retreat during this next turn. I mean, these attacks aren't bad to have. You know, late game situation, stopping your opponent from retreating, you know, gusting up a VMAX that hasn't got any energy on. Start to bind it down, buy yourself some turns, you know, and do some pokes at the same time. That's pretty good. But then Jungle Rise is the main reason we're playing this. So if any of you are playing back then, it's exactly the same as Max Saber from Mega Sceptile GX. For 2 grass energies, you do 100 damage. You may attach up to 2 basic energies from your hand to your bench Pokemon any way you like. Heal all damage from those Pokemon. So this is nuts. So let's say we're playing against ADP, for example, or any other Tyson or Mewtwo. We take a KO with max beating, right? We do 280. That leaves us with 1 grass energy attached. If we can then get out the active spot, use Voltage Beat onto this Zarude, do 100 damage to whatever they promote, right? And then we can attach 2 more energies to our Rillaboom. So now our Rillaboom's going to be at 3 energies, but it's going to be fully healed, and that's the main thing. Not a lot of stuff in format can do 330, right? So we can essentially just keep looping, and our opponent can only KO Zarude, which is fine, because Zarude, you know, is after the 100. Let's say they're attacking to a VMAX, we're attacking to a VMAX. We can now one-shot that with our max beating, and our opponent, you know, there's not a lot they can do. Like, even if they want to boss, even if let's say they want to boss our Rillaboom that turn, right? That's fine. They can't one-shot it. We've still got 3 energies on there. We can Voltage Beat, bang, do our attack. Or they can carry Zarude, in which case they're not carrying our main attacker anyway. Really good little loop and get set up. And because we play Big Charm, our Rillaboom has an effective 330. Scary stuff. Also worth noting, we can split those energies up. So we can put 1 onto our Rawag if it took damage to completely heal that. And then we can put 1 on here just so there's not going to be any residual damage on the board. And our Pokemon are going to be tanky too. So that Zarude, this adds a whole new dimension to the deck, let me tell you. And then to round off our consistency, we've got a Dene and a Crobat. Very, very good. So let's have a look at our supporters then, shall we? Let's zoom out a little bit so you get a little bit more top down. There we go. Right, how's that looking? Yep, that's looking fandabidozy. Right, so let's flip. We've got 4 Professor's Research. Nothing new there. You know, discard draw 7 is the best draw support in the game. Got no reason not to play 4 of those. 3 mana adds a little bit more dig and disruption. Because once we've actually got Rillaboom out and our attackers out, we don't really need to see a great deal. So we can Marnie. Our deck is like board centric, right? So we can afford to play some Marnies. 3 bosses orders. Now I would like that to be 4, but space. We have to be really clinical with those bosses orders for sure. And then we got some tag team supporters here. Now we got 1 Guzhala, because that's going to search us our weak guards essentially, right? And it also searches our stadium. Pretty cool. And our Big Charm. I mean, we kind of have to play it just because we're forced to play weak guy energy. And then Marilana, just in case we can't get our healing loop for whatever reason. It's nice to have. We're playing tag calls and stuff, so I feel as if having like a tag call switch for whatever reason is not a bad shout at all. And then we play 1 Celtic Swell. Now, this really should be a turf field, and I'd really love for it to be a turf field, but what scares me is that if we only play 1 turf field, our opponent can lock in a Prism Star Stadium for the rest of the game, which is awfully scary. So at least Celtic Swell can, you know, hopefully stop that from happening. But if you'd rather the deck just be more consistent, because you do have to find quite a lot of pieces, change that to a turf field. That's completely up to you. I'm not against that. Okay, we then play 4 switches. It's mostly just so we can get our super growth turn 1 as often as possible. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah, this is just so we can get our turn 1 super growth as often as possible and give us maneuverability of getting our Rillaboom VMAXs out the active so we can go swinging in with Zarude. How rude, Zarude. We then got 4 quick ball. Again, shouldn't have to talk much about that. We have to get Grookey down turn 1 as well, so just finding Raweg and all our stuff like this, and Rillaboom V. So, yeah. 4 quick ball. 4 Pokecom, mostly so we can find our evolution pieces, mostly VMAX, but it obviously finds us everything. We play quite a few Pokemon, so VMAX, Pokemon communication should always be live. Like, once you've got 1 Rillaboom out, you can always communicate the other random pieces you have in your hand away to find whatever you need. Okay. 2 tackles just to find our tag tool supporters and to find our Raweg pieces itself. Really cool. Again, you know, we need to keep switching a lot, so having tag call Marilana is kind of nice. I actually wouldn't mind a second Marilana. Okay, then we got 2 ordinary rod. Again, just so we can shuffle in our energies, because funnily enough, right, we will be discarding a whole host of energies, and we need to have energies in the deck, because max beating just flies them away. So 2 ordinary rods I feel is essential, because if we prize 1, we might have enough energies for the whole game. So I think 2 is pretty cool. 2 weak guy energies. Now these are some shifting spots for sure. You can go down to 1. You know, and that gives you a slot maybe like for like a big charm that I saw we played near, but apparently not. You can cut them both if you just think, well, if I'm going to see fire, let's just lose to it and be done with it. And you know, that gives you 2 other cool card slots. As it stands now, though, weak guards can actually swing you some fire matchups, in my opinion, because you're so tanky anyway. They can't one-shot you, so yeah, I do like them, but kind of forced to play them is unfortunate because fire is just too prevalent. All right. And I think we got 10 basic grass, I believe. Let's just double check that. This is the problem with the way you lay stuff out sometimes. Right, so how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 grass, which I think is a fair enough number. We do need to have quite a few, just so we can see them as often as possible. We'd loads to have with Voltage Beat. You know, if we have too many in hand, we actually can't use Voltage Beat, which would be an absolute travesty. So we don't want that for whatever reason. So yeah, there's the full list, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think Rillaboom VMAX is actually going to be any good? Do you feel as if that sort of ultimate healing loop is possible? I feel it is. In the games I've played, it's definitely possible. Put your opponent in awkward spots. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you have the more vivid voltage, depth profiles, and gameplay, smash that subscribe button for I'm putting out almost 1 video of them a day. You know, hit me up on Twitter, all that good stuff. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.